knew I wasn't a cooker.
I knew that.
You accepted it because you married me.
I did that.
Okay. Later on in the marriage, it didn't dawn on me because maybe because I didn't want it to. I don't know. That my husband eventually wanted me to cook. Right? It didn't dawn on me because I don't like to cook. I don't like nothing about cooking. Okay? That's just me. But he wanted me to cook. Now, the problem came in. He had an uncommunicated expectation. And that is, he expected me to eventually at least try to cook. But guess what? It was not communicated. It was uncommunicated. It was an uncommunicated expectation. And because he had an uncommunicated expectation on me, that caused a strain in our marriage. Because he didn't say it. Communication is key. He didn't say it, but he expected it. And that's what we.
My coat off.
I know, I see it then. He did say it, but he expected it. I'm gonna say that again. Wow. He didn't say it.
I'm not arguing with
No,
you.
I didn't say. I said
powerful.
Tonight is gonna be a night of
It's
agreement.
We want this night to be
Tonight is gonna be a night of agreement.
because you can. It's automatic. It's automatic foundation of conflict when you have uncommunicated expectations.
It's automatic.
Conflict is the next
It's
thing.
automatic foundation of conflict when you have an uncommunicated expectation.
I found this on the web.
Uh-oh.
It's automatic foundation of conflict.
Yes.
It's automatic foundation. I'm saying that I get it. I'm just saying it. Yeah.
You want me to say it another way?
No, I get what you're saying.
It's solid.
It's automatic.
Conflict is solid.
If it's uncommunicated. Y'all got that?
You can be sure that conflict is under your feet when you're not communicating your
What you
expectations.
expect. That's right.
And shame on us for the times that we fell out. Shame on relationships for the times that there could have been even more success. And not only uncommunicated expectations, which automatically leads to unmet expectations.
That's good.
And that's the conflict.
That's the problem.
That's the problem because you're expecting me to know what you haven't even told me.
Right.
Now, we're one to become one, yes. But those two have to share their oneness to each other so that two can become a strong one.
Mm-hmm.
Because if I'd have kept expecting her, many of our problems probably have came from uncommunicated expectations.
Definitely.
It was the root of a lot of our problems, and we want people that hear us to come on in and share this. Quit being in a relationship and you're not going to communicate what you expect.
Mm-hmm.
Don't make your mate turn gray quicker trying to figure out what you're thinking, how you might want to have it, what should I do, how should I do it, when we can open our mouth and help each other out and say, baby, I want
That's
you
what
to
I
cook.
want. That's all you had to say. That would have eliminated a whole lot of things.
Here I go.
Mr. Keys.
Here I go.
Here I go.
But
Milk
you
ain't
also
here.
know-
Milk not here.
You also know I love to eat.
I also know you married me and I didn't know how to cook.
But don't stop there. That's not you can't jump off the ship because I knew it.
Well, how come?
But you also knew I knew
Sinead
you
is on
didn't
your
cook.
side tonight.
Period.
Sinead, don't you do this.
Period.
You knew I like to eat.
I did know that. And you ate. You ate every night. I don't care. Say it. Say how you feel. Talk with your chest tonight.
Oh man.
Say it.
Man, I ate so many double quarter pounders.
I knew you was
with
finna
cheese,
say that.
Extra pickles, add bacon.
The pickles.
Extra pickles, church.
Mm-hmm.
Terrence, Randall. nuggets to death. Terrence learned how to break chicken nuggets at what, 1.5?
Anyway,
He was popping 6-piece nuggets. So at some point, I should have even just stopped and said, with cuss words back then, it's time for you to cook. But
I'm not doing this right.
that uncommunicated expectation, it created a space of isolation. As crazy as it sounds, because I'm not saying what I expect, it's this gap of blankness that's being sown into, and eventually the relationship reap from it. And all reaping isn't from good sowing. If you reap good, you sow. If you sow good, you reap good. If you sow bad, you're going to reap bad. So the reciprocity of unexpected expectations or uncommunicated expectations is great, because at some point it's going to hit the fan on your relationship. And you're going to be 5, 10, 2, 3, 4 down the road, and then it's going to hit it, and it's going to hurt it, and then it's going to harm it, and then you're going to try and fix it, and everybody cannot recover. I don't know who this is for.
Comments say, so do you know how to cook, lady?
Now she do.
It's in the comments.
Now she do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But I had so in the midst of us coming back together, reconciling our relationship. Everybody, I don't know if everybody, but pretty much everybody know the story. We experienced infidelity. I always say I never own what my husband or did or whatever, his choices. Those are his choices. He has to deal with them. But I do have to say I'm a person that always believe to thy own self be true. Did I was I the best wife I could be in my marriage? That's a hard question to ask yourself when you have to experience infidelity. Because the first thing we want to do is keep saying that person, that person, that person, that person. But then sit down and ask yourself, were you what that person wanted or needed? And I know in some relationship, people gonna do what they want to do. In most all relationships, they're gonna do what they want to do, whether they want to cheat or not. They're gonna do it. I don't care if they have a woman or a man that do everything for them. If they want to step out, they're gonna step out. That's just the bottom line. But still, to their own self, you got to be the best version you can be wherever you are in life. Whatever season, whatever version that is in that season, wherever you at. The goal for me was to try to be the best person or the best version of myself I could be. So I always ask myself, because I wanted to be better. If we didn't get back together, I still was going to be better. It became personal then. I wanted to be a better woman. I wanted to be a better wife. If I got back into that position, I wanted to be better. So I asked my own self, was I the best version or the best wife for Keys? Did I do my best for my husband? The answer is not really. No, I didn't. So I learned how, during our separation, I learned how to cook. I learned how to do a lot of things for me. It was for me at that time. But then we got back together and he benefited from it. But I had to become the best version of myself that I could be. And so, yeah, I learned how to cook. It wasn't for you, though. It was for me.
Yes, it was.
No, it wasn't.
I don't know who else it was for.
Well, it was for you because we got back together.
Okay.
Well, anyway, go ahead.
That was.
But he liked that. That was uncut.
Yeah, and
But
that was a moment.
It goes to say, don't let what you expect not be in the forefront of your relationship. Don't let that be the cause that your relationship don't work.
Yeah, that's too
Of
minor.
all things, to open your mouth and tell somebody you're supposed to love.
But what if?
And
But
wanna
what if
live
you?
with
But what
forever.
if you?
What
But
you
what if you?
expect.
What if you do tell the person what you expect, and they don't like that question, and they don't they act like they don't hear you, or they don't
Say it again.
acknowledge what you're trying to communicate, because communication is key, but everybody can't communicate.
Everybody can't communicate, but somebody have to keep a hand in communication for the relationship, because where the anger
Let me
rises,
start with this.
the love should make a difference.
Let me start with this. The first thing you should do is pray. Prayer is the key. Especially if we're talking about Christian marriages, Christian relationship. If we're talking about Christian marriages, Christian relationship, the first thing you should do is pray. Because you're dealing with another human being, and you can't change a person, but God can.
Okay.
He can change the heart of man. And where you can't reach, God's word and God can, he can reach. If you're sincere in your prayer, if you're sincere in your marriage, if you're sincere about your mate, I'm telling you, prayer works. Prayer works. And I don't care what you're up against. If God has joined you guys together, or a couple together, or whatever the case may be, and he's in the middle of it, it can work. It can work. Communication is key, but everybody can't communicate. But all you got to do is communicate to God. If you pray about it, and you pray, stop. We can't change our mate. Fussing and fighting, that don't do it all the time. Taking a stand when it's time to take a stand, to me, that's okay. But even in that, you got to be prayerful. So go ahead. I just wanted to say.
The comments say, "Can you cookie? Can you cookies?"
Yeah.
We learned together, actually.
Oh wow.
We learned together, which was one of the things that when you love a person and you really want it to work, you find ways to make it work. You know what I'm saying? You
Just
find
like she
ways.
started cooking while we was in that season, and so did I. You know, we both had to do something that we've never done.
Because marriage was strange to
And that's good.
us.
And in marriage, you got to be willing to do something that you've never done.
For sure.
You got to be. I mean, how your marriage gonna grow?
Yeah.
There's guys out here that don't take out the garbage.
But when you get married, you got to do what?
You got to take out the garbage if you're a man. And I'm not saying
Well, it's
women
gonna be
can't
sitting
take
there.
out the garbage, but my wife don't touch the garbage.
Right. It's gonna be sitting there.
Now she got a bag everywhere in the crib. There's a little garbage bag that through the years I fussed about. Ain't nothing, Lord ain't touched
Pray
the
about
heart
it,
to
sir.
stop.
Pray about it.
But every room has a little garbage bag. And that's how
It's the laugh for me.
That is hilarious.
she has a bag somewhere in every room.
Okay,
for
Keys, you said it already.
But in that sense, that comes with it. So, but I don't expect her to do what's required of
No,
me
you chose
in the
your
reference
battle.
of labor. I do, and that's one thing I also want to say. I think the women have more uncommunicated expectational problems than we do.
Yeah.
You think so?
Yes, because men, it's not that long.
Women, what y'all think?
That
Facebook,
well,
what do y'all,
it depends
while
on what
he's
kind of-
talking, y'all tell me what y'all think. Do y'all think that women have more
Yes.
uncommunicated expectations
Yes.
opposed to men?
You
So you
saw
think
that
that?
Facebook post where it say men want 5 things.
Oh
and
yeah.
women got
Yeah,
9.
they did put
You
that.
got to do some more stuff that they ain't even tell you to do, and then you got to do some. Yes,
So how true was that
Yes.
list?
That list
lady?
is very
that's
true.
true. It was some more on there. I could
That list is
add.
very true.
Even that lady said that too fast.
Very true.
It's true, dog.
It's true in my case. Like I
Yeah.
say, I don't set the bar for women across the world. I speak for myself.
Yeah.
And in my case, and my sisters that's on here, if they want to speak up, they can. I speak for myself,
Bro.
and that list is
I'm not funny. But
What they got to do with
I
it,
have to be
Keith?
a girlfriend sometimes.
You will.
Oh man.
Ain't no wrong with it. Listen, if I want to go to the
I'm
mall,
not funny.
if I want to go to the mall, the first person I call is, I'll be like, Keith.
Bro, I have to be good girl. So now,
I'll be like, babe,
now
how
we
this
did
lipstick
that,
look?
I'll be like,
He tell me how it look.
Yes.
You ain't got to do all that, though. You doing too much now.
You be on the phone, yes.
You doing too much. You doing too much.
They already know I'm with a
Doing too
woman.
much.
I got a woman, and I don't want a man.
But yeah.
Yes, I don't. You know what I'm saying? What the man say?
Oh man.
So
No.
as you grow in it, you know, you get to other levels. There was days where, you know what I'm saying, that was the cause of some of our worst moments. Unmet expectation, not just uncommunicated, they're automatically unmet. You know, and I don't care how professional you can be, if you don't say what you want in this dispensation of life, you're not gonna get it. That's even with God, that's spiritual. He said, write it, make it plain, speak it. Because once I say it to her, that changes the whole movement. Once she says
That's
to
a
me,
seed.
husband, I don't like this. I don't like that. Just don't this that. We have requests. You know, sometimes it's not expectation. It's just a request.
It's a seed. It's a
You know,
seed
so-
planted. It may not happen overnight. It may not come into existence overnight, but the seed is planted.
And as a man, I don't ever want to be as sensitive as she is.
Wow. You right about that.
I
mean,
got
something wrong.
I got some crybaby in me.
Yeah.
But I don't want to be more
real.
sensitive than my
I
wife.
ain't gonna get in my feelings too long.
No, I go cold quick.
Yeah.
She'll tell you I could shut down while you're talking to me. Literally looking at you doing this and don't hear nothing you said. But in relationship, you grow, and sometimes you have to stop and listen. So I've learned to listen more. I've never talked a lot, and so she forced me sometimes to talk, or inclined me to talk, or talk so much to it. Now I gotta say something.
Yeah, you got to. You have to.
You know, and
You
that's
need
been
to.
kind of that has strengthened our relationship to now. I'm more verbal probably than I ever been.
So do y'all think reassurance play a part in this?
Who?
Reassurance. Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely. Absolutely.
You want to know you got what you got. But that still got to be communicated. There's couples out here that's just two people. They're married and there's no communication.
Yeah.
They're just two people. We went through the period to where, you know what I'm saying, we just passing and going.
So you both agree men do need reassurance?
I
Yeah.
think we need it more than women.
You think so?
Yeah.
Why? Oh, I know
Yes.
why. Because me supporting him probably means more to him than anything.
Yeah.
Like, I think one of our early shows, we asked what was more important. What was more important for me is respect.
That part.
For women is
You
love.
did say that, yep.
But
For me,
that's
it's
what the
respect.
Bible says. The Bible does not say for me to love him. It says
Wow.
for me to respect him. It says for him to love me
Right.
as Christ loved the church. That's the
You
word.
ain't lying, real.
Is that
You
is
teach
that-
it.
Is that book?
Open your Bibles to the book of.
That's what it says.
So respect for me, the minute I
To
lose
honor him.
man, the minute I feel like my wife,
Don't believe in him.
yeah, it's
Don't respect him. Downplay him.
Yeah.
Like, I'm a big critic. And he'll tell you, I'm a big critic. But when it comes to him, I will critique him in love. Because people won't tell you the truth. But I'm gonna tell you the truth. You can't get better. You can't get better without the truth. And people study saying you know, oh, that was good, when it ain't. That ain't good.
Yeah.
That ain't good. That to me, that's like somebody patting you on your head, like that, like that.
Yeah.
That's a
Especially when you're wrong.
Yeah, some people rather they'll tell you
Then how you looking
ain't did
stupid with
nothing.
your pants down, just out.
Doc, you was on point. The minute you walk away, they be like, "Nigga,
Talking
ain't
about
did
you.
nothing."
But guess what his wife ain't gonna do? His wife gonna wait till we get home, be like, that ain't right.
Mm-hmm.
Shouldn't have did it like that, or pray about it. Maybe you could try it another way. It all depends on what the atmosphere feel like. Sometimes it's like, you know, husband, you think that was right? And sometimes it's like, you know dang on well that wasn't right.
Mm-hmm.
But whatever it is, and it's the same way. He gonna tell me, you know you talked a little bit too much.
He was up there a long time, Doc.
So
Well, I stand up in the service. We got videos where I was like,
that's enough.
you on somebody else's clock now, come on.
Mm-hmm.
But that's what it is. It's looking out for each other.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I look for her in my up, or when I'm up, or when I'm doing something, serving the Lord. I'm paying attention to her because she may give me that strength. Because if ain't nobody out there with me, I know she with
Yeah,
me.
and not only that, you probably expecting her to have your back and look to see
Yeah. That's
what's
good.
really up.
That's enough. It's good, husband.
Yeah.
Go get it, dog. You come on.
You can go get it, but
I hear it. I hear her.
yeah, without even looking over there.
Yeah, I hear it. She'll look it up and she like, we do it. It goes hand and foot.
But I
We're
learned
third and fourth eyes for each other.
I like
I
that.
learned that from my mom. My mom, my dad pastored for 25 years. And I learned that from my mom. My mom my mom and my dad were partners. Not just in marriage, but in ministry
Everything.
and everything. They was
Yeah.
partners. And she used to say all the time, when he say let's, she say go. And that's how it should be.
I like
Unfortunately,
that. I'm gonna use that.
yeah, that's how they was. But unfortunately, like me and Keys come from two different homes.
Yeah.
He didn't come from a home where there was a 2-parent home. So I always say, when you enter into a marriage, you should enter it as a empty vessel, so that you can pour into one another.
Yeah, that's good.
That's the only way it's gonna work, because I can bring, don't get me wrong, you bring your foundation into the marriage.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I had to learn how to be the wife Keys needed me to be. I couldn't bring my parents' marriage into my marriage. That didn't work.
Yeah, I didn't marry mama.
Yeah. He didn't marry Lois.
She didn't
And I didn't marry Forrest. So we had to learn, we had to regroup and
everything.
everything. We had to open up and set the marriage plate back up again. And we had to come back into this marriage as empty vessel.
Yeah.
And then we learned how to pour into each other. That was what, 12, 13 years into our marriage.
Wow.
Maybe 14 years into our marriage before we realized, okay, let's reset. Let's redo this. And then we had to come back to the table as empty vessel and learn how to pour into one another. Then we learned how to be the mate that each one of us needed. That was the only way it was gonna work.
You know what? People should see,
Establish what, that's right, sis.
literally see what y'all doing for real. Like, cause y'all really taking this type of talk to a whole nother level. Cause y'all get deep into what y'all went through.
We ain't got deep yet, bro.
Man, I'm
You
just
ain't
saying,
even
like,
seen deep.
no, but
Ain't
you
that
know,
right, sis?
Just the principle of, like, man, y'all done got deep, and I'm like, man, these followers, they saying something that you just can't explain. Like,
I wish we could see the comments
Yeah.
that they're saying, but we just like,
because I'm also getting stuff in my text messages too, from group chats and stuff
Okay,
like that. So it's
okay.
not just, and you guys are making a difference in where. That's why I'm saying. That's why I keep bringing up reassurance. That's why I keep bringing up different things. And
yeah.
A man is a stronger man.
somebody say, yes, they talking tonight.
A A man is a stronger man when he know his queen is behind him.
Yeah.
No doubt.
And I'm not putting her behind him as like, but when he know,
When he know he got the extra push.
you ever watch
That
shows,
part.
ever watch shows where wherever the king sit, the queen is right there. And before any major things happen, she actually either has already talked to him about it or they've communicated to the point about the matter.
Y'all literally remind me of Martin and Gina. Like, the whole concept of it.
Man.
The whole concept, like, without, I ain't even talking about, like, y'all, you know,
But we
y'all,
watched them
y'all
enough.
leadership role, but I'm talking about on some regular people role, like, y'all remind me of that in a lot of ways to where they showed it on the show. And,
But to be honest with you, this didn't happen overnight.
yeah,
That happened overnight. One of the things that I'm, like I said, I made my mistake was going into my marriage thinking that I was going to be or having the same expectation, uncommunicated expectation that I was going to be treated like my dad treated my mom. But I had to realize too that I actually caught the tail end of their marriage, meaning that they had already been through the rough patch.
you didn't catch the grease.
I'm on the tail end where they back to being they back on their honeymoon. 20 years later. But the first half of it, it was rough.
The water just started boiling.
It was rough.
It
was rough then. So I'm walking into my marriage on a 20-year skirt. And I'm not even talking about the 20 years prior. The 20 years prior, my parents went through hell. They went through hell. So how dare me walk into a 1 year, 2 year, 3 year marriage thinking that I'm supposed to be treated like in which I was. I was treated good, but in my head, I'm thinking I don't have to work for this. I don't have to fight for this. My parents had got to the point where all my mom had to do was wake up.
So you didn't see, like you said, you didn't see that.
I lived in it.
Yeah.
I saw it, but
you couldn't comprehend it because
it didn't fit. It didn't fit me. All I wanted was the glory. You know what I'm saying? So I wanted the glory in my marriage, not realizing that at the beginning of my parents' marriage, my daddy had to work.
Yeah.
Cards. I mean, all kind of stuff they had to go through to survive.
Shot pool.
And a shot pool for us to eat.
Yeah.
All of that kind of stuff. And then just getting enough for the kids to eat. And some nights they didn't eat. You know what I'm saying? But here I am walking into my marriage and thinking that if I don't want to wake up, if I want to get up in the morning to go to work, I don't have to because my husband he got me. No, in that season of our life, in our marriage, we both had to work. We both had to work.
Well, we had businesses.
Yeah, we had business, but I'm finna walk. I'm finna be chilling. No, my husband, and as a woman speaking, and for myself, I'm gonna say it for myself again. We have to. I had to learn to respect him, and be what he needed me to be. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's just the bottom line. I needed to learn how to be what my husband needed me to be. That uncommunicated expectation, it fits right there because I really expected so much, but the season wasn't right.
No seeds.
Timing is everything.
Yeah.
If you do certain, you could do the right thing at the wrong time, and it throws everything off. Having a baby is nothing wrong with having a baby. It's something wrong with it when it's out of time, when the timing ain't right. It ain't to say it can't be done, but the struggle is a harder struggle. So timing is everything. It's a time for everything. It's a time for everything. And so for me for a person to walk into a marriage thinking that and some, like I say, it just depends on that person. It all depends on that person. It all depends on that person. It all depends on, like my sister Trinette say, what fits in your marriage.
Yeah.
Whatever makes your marriage work. In my marriage, I had to learn how to be a wife, even though I saw it.
Right.
I learned how to be. I had to learn how to be Terrence's wife.
Thank you.
You play all day.
Thank you.
I had to learn how to be his wife.
I had to agree with you down,
You
Keys.
know what I'm saying?
I had to agree right there.
Who
Keys.
is
Yeah.
Go ahead, Keith. Go ahead.
Us when it's still pending.
Yeah. So
It
I
ain't
mean,
pending.
that was a lot. So with her having mom and dad and their journey, I'm sitting here on my mom's side, the only child.
Right.
So I come in the crib 5, 6 o'clock, 6:30. I'm eating hot food.
Yeah.
Shabam, it's just me. When she say eat, she want me to eat it when it's hot. That's why I like hot food. Because growing up, when she say come eat, it was hot.
Yeah.
And so just imagine me used to come eat, but I didn't tell her. She knew the family. She been around the family, so she know grandma cooked. All the women cooked. And when they said come eat, it was come eat. But I still had to,
Pressure.
I also missed it because I should share with her that man.
Yeah, because you needed to learn how to be the husband that I needed.
Yeah, I had to.
So did your parents ever sit there and tell you like, hey, y'all not us?
No, because at first we didn't know what was going on in our marriage. We didn't know. A lot of marriages, we wasn't exposed to a lot of marriage.
Is it role models?
No, we had role models, but they was secretive. So we didn't have a lot of marriage retreats.
Yeah, transparency.
We didn't do a
in
lot
our
of
early marriage. It wasn't common.
right. We didn't do a lot of marriage retreats. We didn't have a lot of couple nights and things
Yeah.
of that nature. We wasn't exposed to that type of avenue.
Y'all environment was more still single.
No, it was not for me.
Okay.
I was around my parents
Okay.
The
and their
exposure
friends.
of hard
Exposure,
times.
that's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
The exposure of hard times in marriages wasn't common then. Like a husband could have cheated, beat up his wife, so and so, and the wife never say nothing. Literally, so
That's why I hate secrets right now
the
today.
dark sides
I don't
of
like
marriages
secrets.
wasn't really exposed.
Yeah.
It had to been maybe the last, maybe 10, 15 years where, now when you heard of a marriage, when a marriage or a problem, a marital situation get exposed, it went far. It hit hard. That didn't change. But a lot of people wasn't as transparent as they are or as we are when it comes to the relationship because
Yeah.
they didn't want their business out.
Well,
But
go
here's
on
the
in this
difference.
house, stay in this
When
house.
your business is out, you might as well deal with it. Because you might not want it out, but you do the wrong thing,
Yeah, and that was
and it's
another
going to get
thing.
out.
It was different because you guys had already had a face with it too. So
Yeah, anytime you're amongst people and
Yeah.
things go bad, it's always horrific. Very few get a pass. It was to the point to where could nobody take me or her off the table conversation.
yeah.
I mean,
We was good gossip.
We was good hot food gossip.
Yeah, we was good gossip.
Man, you heard about the Keys? You heard about that nigga Keys?
Yeah, we was good gossip.
You heard, man, you heard. But we had to live through it. We walked through it. I remember we used to come to services, and if she was there, I would leave before the benediction. All kind of things to where we had some dark days.
Yeah.
So our uncommunicated expectations, we can talk about this because we've experienced it to the point to where I now, if it's something I want, like I got a new name.
What?
Well, I tell you, I ain't gonna whisper it. These microphones are sit still. What I
I
told you,
don't know. I was reading.
what I told you, I'll tell you later.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
But we are here to tell them.
Oh, that's what I was gonna say.
Talk.
Hence the reason why that's why we share and we talk about what we deal with, because we don't want couples to go through what we went through. My sister on here, she said agreed. There was exposure of married couples, but no exposure to how to strengthen marriage.
Yeah.
Because old school motto is whatever happens in this house stays in this house.
Yeah, that was
and
it.
and that was it. That's how we grew up. Whatever happened in this house is stay in this house. Better not nobody
Your mama
know
said, you
that
better not go out this house
telling
talking
no
my
business.
business.
Absolutely. And but we want to free couples of that. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to go through. You don't have to go through it.
No.
You got somebody here that's telling you if there's a possibility that if you do this, then this is what's gonna happen. And it will be a shame, a sin and a shame to watch my son keep walking and I know it's a hole up there. And I watch him fall in the hole. If he'll listen to me, the one thing I'm gonna do is tell him. Whether you listen or not, that's on you.
That's deep.
But I'm gonna tell you that this right here may cause that right there.
There were guys, men around me that saw me fall as a responsible man. You saw me fall along the wayside. And I'm hurt because they turned around and repeated history.
Yeah.
Wow.
You saw what I went through.
So why would you go through that?
I'm telling you now, as a recovering addict, you know what I'm saying? Whatever your addiction is, if you try to get past, you're recovering from that addiction or whatever it was. These guys still don't get it, near and far. Why? If it didn't, if it became horrific for me,
What makes you think it won't be?
what makes you think it can't be horrific for you?
Because some people think they smarter than you.
What make you think you can get back? If I'm telling you, I didn't get back.
So what if they don't care?
That's a whole nother show.
We pray you Godspeed.
That's a whole nother show.
I bid you farewell.
Yeah, they think they're exempt. That's me and you on the same
the thing
page.
is,
Not only do they think they're exempt, they think they smarter. They think that if he had did it this way, then that wouldn't happen.
You don't have.
But that's not
you
true.
Don't have a
It ain't got nothing to do
choosing-
with it.
You don't have a choice or a say in how God is going to deal with your situation. So I'm telling you my experience from how God dealt with me, and that I pray that what I'm telling you, you take heed from me. Warning comes before destruction.
Yeah.
And there's people around us that have repeated history. And you don't have to.
So when you actually like seen the guys do these things, did you ever approach them about like, hey man, you seen what I dealt with it?
Yeah.
Or-
Before they did anything, I'm warning.
So was you able? So did you step back after you, or did you keep?
No.
Sometimes I talk less.
Okay.
I say less. Because a lot of times I've said it, I felt I've said enough.
So you feel like you
help
gave them that warning?
I was part of the warning squad. Yo,
Yeah.
don't do that,
This ain't
man.
what you do.
It's acceptable
that's
until
that.
it's revealed.
That is a no-go.
Period.
And I made some no-goes. I'm not exempting me.
Yeah.
But if the ones I made damaged my life, I pray God have mercy on the next man.
Yeah.
Because I went from the mountain to the valley.
Quick.
Like my wife always say, when God dealt with me, he dealt with me heavy. When I'm on, I'm on. When I'm off, I'm off. And I've asked God now to keep me on. Help me to stay on.
Yeah.
You know, and this race, it's a long journey. It's a long journey, man, but
Yeah.
you may have options, but you shouldn't have a choice. To the quiet man, to the man that don't know how to say it to his mate or his wife, to the man that's not used to speaking up on what he wants, to the man that don't want to say what's on his heart.
Yeah, quiet.
Change that, please. Get some confidence that in who you're saying it to. That first off, that they'll hear you.
Yeah, because I ain't gonna cap. Within the past 2-3 weeks, me and you done had some sad conversations.
Yes, sir.
And it made me change my mind. Like, on some like levitation type stuff. Not even on no, you know what I'm saying?
Man,
I rethought it. I had to go back and rethink, like.
You got to guard your heart.
Yeah.
And one time we had a falling out about that. Because at one point, I was even trying to guard my heart from hurt.
I've done
how
that.
Stupid.
I've done that.
How stupid could I have been?
Yeah, right. You right about that.
Of all people, you letting this crew of people in, and I'm trying to block the one that matters most out. That's resentment.
That's gonna do us part. She definitely do you part. Not
well,
them.
I'm favor.
She favor.
I'm favor.
Yeah.
And that's not my word. Those are not my words. That's from God. So why would you hurt the person that God says is causing favor over your life?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And when I say favor, I means that I am going to be the one that's gonna push him. I am going to be the one that's gonna pray for him sincerely, because I'm not gonna succeed if he don't succeed. He gotta succeed.
Yeah.
That's when you running from the truth. You block the one out. Thank you. You block. Here it is. You block the one out who will not lie to you.
That's Ryan.
Yeah, you block the one out who will not lie. When you don't want to hear the truth,
that's resentment.
Let me say this right here.
You don't want to hear it.
I always tell couples who come to me, when a couple come to me about an issue that they're having in their marriage, that means they want to stick together. Because that's all I'm gonna talk about. That's all I'm gonna talk about. That's what she said. When you don't want to hear when you don't want to hear the truth, you're gonna go to that person that's gonna lie to you. But when you want to hear the truth, you're gonna come to me. Because you know that I'm gonna tell you this right here.
Yeah.
You already know what I'm about.
Whether it's yay or nay.
You know what I'm about. You know what I believe in. You know what I stand on. So when you running from that, you're not gonna come to me. You're not gonna come to me.
You're gonna stop talking to me.
You're gonna stop talking to me. So that was good.
It leads to it's a setup for bad days.
Yeah.
But we don't talk and let each other know what we expect from each other. If we'd have did this 20 years ago, we'd probably be amazing.
Yeah.
Not that we're not amazing now. I think we're built to help somebody.
Yeah, y'all more than amazing now.
One thing for sure, God didn't take us through this not to be able to help somebody else.
Yeah.
He didn't. He didn't take us through. Man, we lost so much in our
journey.
In that journey, in that season of our life, we lost so much. And I just don't believe that God allowed us to experience all that loss to not help somebody else and to prevent somebody else if we can to not be in a position to lose. We lost businesses. We lost property. We lost a church that God put in our hands, help for our responsibility.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And we don't want ministry is not just about pastoring. You know, you are responsible for something. You are responsible for somebody. Some things, some people you are responsible for, and God is going to hold you accountable. He held us and holding us accountable for the things that He's put in our hands as responsibility.
Yeah.
So we have to be, man, that's growth. That's grown people stuff. That's grown people stuff. When you realize that you are accountable for something,
Yeah.
you are held responsible for something, that means that it's certain, like you can't do anything you want to do when you have to answer. When you are held accountable for something and somebody, you just can't do what you want to do.
Yeah, detour the disappointments. Detour it. You can go. You can.
Hey,
bypass.
cousins.
You can bypass the disappointments.
Thank you, sis.
And simply, just let them know what you're thinking. You never
Please.
know what comes out of it.
Please.
You know, I spoke to that quiet man, to that loud man. We talked about him.
Did
too.
you finish talking to the quiet man?
I don't know. You cut me
I'm
off.
sorry. That's why I
To
asked.
the quiet. The quiet man. I'm really in relationship. I am a quiet man.
Yeah.
I recon more than I retaliate.
Okay.
What I mean by that recon is when you pretty much try and foresee it. Well, retaliate means it's after it happened, then you gotta do something. I'd rather set my mind up for recon than to retaliate, because at the end of the day, somebody else, Walt Daniels, somebody else can make her happy. Huh?
Facts.
You with me?
I'm sorry. I was
you
reading
wanna
this.
listen?
I'm reading the comment.
I said somebody else can make her happy.
Ooh. You want to mind my business. I'm going to read the comment.
Why?
Because that's a statement.
No, that's not a bad one.
It's a true statement.
But my point is, I'm gonna do it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
There you go. Give me some. That's
It
what I'm
wasn't
talking
meant
about.
to separate us in no kind of way. We passed that era.
That's right.
I don't like too many niggas near her.
But that ain't cool. We'll talk about that. We'll talk about that later.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
But this is through the journey, because my view has changed.
No.
What?
Go ahead.
I said something wrong?
You said something right. You said something right, but it took all of that for you to see me.
I saw
That part.
No, I saw
No, you can't see me and other people.
No.
You can't see me and other women. You ain't got but two
I
eyes.
saw you, but I also thought I was
And they not like this.
But being slick gets you nowhere. Being slick gets you nowhere. And I'm a tech. I thought I was slick. But everything we try to do, really, it should be for the strength of your marriage.
Yeah.
You know, situations come already. But I say to that quiet man, if I can get back to him, I left him alone. I say to that quiet man, get inside of you and come up, come out. Because not only is that unexpected expectation hurting,
Yeah.
the fact that you're too quiet can hurt the marriage. Because if you're the head, or you are the head, not if. You're the head, and if you're quiet, what is the body gonna do? If your brain ain't thinking for the body to do this and do that, and sometimes the body speaks back to the brain or to the head, and most times if the body speak back, most of the time it's possibly pain or it's probably progress. So it's one or the other, and the brain governs that. As I work out, my body telling me, man, it's talking back to you. You know, if you burn out, you burn out. You burn out, now you can do less. Now in your mind, I want to do more. My body's saying,
That's enough.
muscle failure. Or a tear, or you tear something, overdoing it.
Yeah.
Such it is with marriage. If you don't say nothing,
Hey,
that
Pastor
means
Cunningham.
you're nothing.
I wanna bring-
You're really not trying.
Pastor Cunningham, I want to bring you in. You want to come in on our live? Give me a yes or no. Go ahead, Keys. I'm sorry.
Oh man, Cunningham, that's my homie.
Yeah.
That's a big bro there. The man said, "A man."
I'm finna try to
So
bring
to
him
the
in.
quiet man, come out. You're a leader. You're a leader. You're a leader, quiet man. Come up and let her know what it is that you need. Come on out. Come out. Don't be quiet about everything. Tell her. She just might be waiting for your instructions.